striking from the mount position. The key for striking, for success, to generate the most power is to create distance. We see people laying here, and they go like this, and as you can see, there's not a lot of power in that. You need to create distance in order to get real power, okay? To hit somebody from here, or hit somebody from here, well, everybody can tell right now that this punch will have way more impact than when I'm close by, okay? So that's the major rule here. Always create striking power, distance. Look at Fyodor Emelianenko, what he does. He really creates distance because he comes all the way from here even. So that guy is the perfect example. The more you can load up, the harder the punch is. Of course, it's not always possible. And the guy is going to hold you, he's going to try to break your punches, he's going to roll, he's going to move, he's going to buck up like we did before. He's going to make it difficult for you. He's going to try to escape the mount position. Okay, but these are the few basic strikes that you can do. Right straights, and again, a right straight punch is effective at the end of the reach. There it's really effective. So it would be very nice if you could create the distance in order to hit him here at the end. So if I push him to the side, that would be a perfect thing to do, sitting straight up and hit him. Now watch, what I can do also is that I can not only cross-face him, but I can blind him. Now he doesn't see the punch coming. And I'm telling this to people so many times that you will hear me saying this to you also in striking on the stand-up. The punch or the kick or any strike, what you don't see coming, that is probably going to be the knockout punch, okay, the knockout strike. So I can cross-face him, and if I hit his jaw right now, this you won't see coming. Now, if I start unloading on him just with straights, he's going to block everything. It's very simple. It's like boxing. You don't want to only hit with straights. You know, you want to add it up with hooks. So you throw a hook and then straight again. Hooks, punch, punch, boom, hook there. And that's not enough because we have the body too. He's blocking upstairs here. Why wouldn't I hit him to the solar plexus? I'm telling you, if I hit him here, a few times here, he's going to block it. Boom, left hook there, straight here again. Hey, my favorite body shots. You can do that. Make sure that you combine everything. Also, a nice little thing, what you can do is what I really like, is to load up and don't show them what punch you're going to make. Watch. If I do this, they're not going to know if I'm going to strike. With a right straight, if I keep looking in his eyes, I can make a right straight to the body, and I can do a hook, I can make a hook to the body. He won't tell the difference. He can't tell the difference because every time I load up the same. So double strikes with one hand is a very good thing to do. Right straight to the body, right hook to the head. Right hook to the head, right straight to the head. Right straight to the head, right hook to the body. Things like that, also with the left. And then, of course, you can unload on him. Sit on a high mount here, so you have a good balance. And now really start hooks, hooks, straights, everything, and even go for the body from here. Why won't you? So mix everything up. Don't go only for straights. Don't go only for hooks. Not only for the body. I want you guys to mix everything up. And of course, we have elbow strikes. Well, it's the same thing. If I load up on him, he doesn't know what I'm going to do. It could be a hook to the head, hook to the body, straight to the plexus, straight to the face, and it could be an elbow strike. A nice thing that I really like to do is this. Lean on him, slide up, and then boom, lean with your elbow, fall with your elbow right on his face. Sorry about that, okay? Okay, but that's a real cool thing to do. Another real nice thing to do is this. Grab his wrists and hit him with his own fist. Boom, one time. What he's going to do now, he's going to push because he doesn't want to get hit anymore with his own hand. Now you're going to slide up, and I'm going to aim now this time next to him because I don't want to hit, but this you can do. Boom, you can hit him in the face like that. Because now he's defending. This is exactly what you want. You lean your whole body weight on him, and then you go pow on his face. Perfect. The side mount position. This is the position that I like the most, okay? Because we can do a lot of things from here. And like I said before, I'm laying really tight like this. Just by dropping my elbow here right now is already creating a lot of aggravation for him. Maybe enough aggravation to go this, and then elbow strike to the head. See? Elbow strike to the head. Also from side mount, really good thing to do is just to have your hand here all the time. Because you're cross-facing him, but not only you're cross-facing him, you also can see, he can't see my punches coming. A right straight here, he can't see coming. I can draw an elbow in if I want. I can elbow his body, his solar plexus, here to the liver. I can go anywhere I want. I can even elbow the legs. Oh, the legs, you would think? Oh, yes, trust me. Hitting the legs when they're loose like this, it has a lot of impact. A thing that I don't see people do is kneeing the legs. I tell you one thing. If I'm in mount position and I will knee your legs, I think 5-6 times, I can stand up, or he's going to tap, but I assure you, he's not going to walk anymore. Why? Because his legs are relaxed. His muscles are not flexed. If you hit somebody and his muscles are not flexed, that's the point that it hurts. It's the same with your abs. Eh? You get hit, you flex your muscles. It's the same with the legs. If you get low kick, you flex your muscles. Right now, he's laying in a position, he's not going to flex his muscles all the time. So why don't I see people doing this? Go all the way back and knee that legs. 1, 2, and knee with the kneecap, the small kneecap, the patella. That's what they call it in Latin. Hey, I know a word in Latin. Bang! Knee to the side, knee to the body. Of course, we got knees to the head. Perfect to set up. Also, hammer fists to the head and knees to the face. There are so many things that you can do. And all these strikes that you do from the side mount can set up submissions. All right? Like we had before, I'm hitting him and hitting. Hey, there's already an armbar. You can do anything from here. More examples. Just sitting here, drop an elbow. Just sitting here, drop a shoulder. Boom, to the face. That will hurt him too. Cross face again. All the punches that I've said. Even hammer fist. And a hammer fist, don't hit it with the soft part. Hit it with your bone. Why would you spare him? You know? It's a fight. Hit him with the bone right there. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to hurt him, or it's going to cut him. Don't forget the legs. Don't forget the body. And that's all I want to say about it. Because a lot of people, they forget the legs and the body. Okay, strikes you can do from when somebody has the side mount on you. We saw this when I was fighting Kosaka. Kosaka was hitting my belly all the time. He loaded up, boom, boom, and bang. Every time when he did it, I started to knee him in the face. That made him think, so he stopped right away. And of course you have these people who put their hands between here. Obviously, needless to say, just lift his head up and go full with the knee to the jaw. The jaw is always where you want to aim for, okay? Even the dogs are playing with us. They love this game. Push it up, give a knee to the jaw. If his arm is to the front again, you can skip your hips away and go here. Hey, there's the liver. Here is the liver. Okay, go for that. You can try anything. Why won't you try? He's laying there. You might as well do something. Go for the legs. Maybe you can go for the legs. You go for the liver, for the body. Elbow the back. Elbow this. You can set everything up. Knees to the head, elbows to the head, elbows to the back, knees to the body. Maybe he's going to open up, and maybe you can pull off a submission. Strikes from somebody in your guard. Well, I don't have to tell you, when you saw my fight against Kevin Randleman, I was striking nonstop. Now, the key to success of striking is, again, distance. You have to create distance. So sometimes it's better to hit somebody with a palm strike than a fist. I tell you why. Look, if his face is here, and I would hit him now, this would be the striking distance that I have with my right hand, okay? But if I would make a palm, look, my fist is here, and my palm is here. That's about 3 inches more. You would say, that is not a lot, but on this distance, 3 inches more is a lot. So I would say, I would advise everybody, palm strike people from short distance, and if you create more distance, if you would come up, then of course hit with a fist. Also, if you hit somebody to the back of the head, I advise use the palm. You don't want to break your hand, because maybe the fight's going to go back onto the feet and you get a broken hand. Trust me, I fought with a broken hand. It's not funny, If you got only one left hand to fight with, it's not fun. Now, the thing that I did with Kevin was this. I was holding his head over my guard and I squeezed my knees together. Now I can give elbows like this. But what did I tell you before? You have to create distance in order to get power. So I pushed myself away, and now I was starting to bring elbows down. I also used these elbows. They were very effective because he started bleeding, but later on they really hurt my elbow. I got still elbow splinters from that. So if you can avoid it, avoid it. Just elbow him like this, okay? If you feel that he's going to pass your guard, underhook right away and go back to the guard. Very important. Do not ever give up your position. Another thing that I tried in that fight was pushing his head to the side, and I tried, hey, I'm going to try to break his collarbone. Because when I was a kid, I fell down one time, and I broke my collarbone. I couldn't lift my arm anymore. So in the fight, you see me actually going here with elbows to his collarbone. I'm trying to break the collarbone because I thought it's going to paralyze at least his right arm. Another fun strike that you saw me doing was this, holding here. I had a high guard. I put my hands together like this, and I slammed as hard as I could on top of his head. I trained this with a bag in between my legs. Only go up and go boom to the head, boom to the head. Everything has effect as long as you have reach, okay? So the best thing to do is put him to the side here, and now strike with the fist. Hold him there. Other side, hold him to the side, strike with the fist. Oh, here also drill elbows in. Drill elbows from the side. I mean, come on. There are so many combinations that you can do, and God knows, maybe from this, you're setting him up perfectly to go maybe for an armbar. You know, it's all about setups. Strike, strike, strikes. He makes a mistake. Maybe you can get him in a submission. Knee strikes. I forgot the knee strikes. I developed this like a week before the Randleman fight. I bet you that if I would have trained this for like 3 weeks in a row before, I maybe could have knocked him out with it. I think actually I dazed him one time. At the 13 minutes and 30 seconds mark, watch there, you see me skipping it out. And now from here, I'm sliding over the ground, over his chest to his jaw. It's a very effective knee strike. Listen, if it's a hit, he will go down, okay? Actually, he's already down, but you know what I mean. So from here, hold his head and just lift up your knee with power, explosive power, of course, and create distance. Don't start here. Dude, why not starting here, all the way back? Stretch your leg and go full power upwards. And here we go. Strikes from being in somebody's guard. Again, it's endless. It's like having the mount position almost. Actually, the mount position, when you know all the escapes that I showed you before, then you might escape that situation. This is more difficult to escape. And if you mix strikes up from the guard, going from the body, boom, suddenly go to the head, then you might surprise your opponent. It's all about the rhythm and doing things double with right, double with left, or maybe triple, and then suddenly left, right, left. And go for everything. If I'm sitting up here, why won't I go full power? Just look at him and go full power here. Why won't I? You know, those things are going to add up. Whatever happens, if the fight is going to be on the ground non-stop, those little things are going to they're going to add up. Every time, bang, boom, and a punch again. Strike here, right straight to the head. I mean, what a setup is that? Okay, now he's got you on the guard, and he's laying, and he can bang in the defense wherever he wants. If I would strike his body, he has to defend his body. It's so normal, okay? Strike, strike. You know what's going to come next? His head. His head is free. Boom. Oh, now he knows that you're going to strike, so maybe now he's going to block it, go boom, right straight. Or you're striking here, boom, bang, and your left in between. And now you're going to mix everything up. You're going to lay down, and you're going to go to the body, strike, strike, look, hook, strike, strike, hit, strikes, strikes, hooks, hooks, boom to the body. Simple, look at this uppercut. Just laying here, watch, bang, what that can do if that hits his jaw. I mean, elbow strikes. Why wouldn't you go to the body? Boom with elbows, non-stop, or to the liver, boom. And what about this? This is actually one that he gave to me. Hold your own head and now drill your whole body, boom, into the body of him on the solar plexus with the elbow. Sky's the limit, same as everything else. Mix it up, otherwise it won't work. Here we are, striking with Бас Руттен El Guapo. Hey, here we go. It is completely different than anybody have ever told you before. So don't go now right away, oh, that is wrong, this is not right. No, please, stay on this DVD and hear me out, watch me and see and learn, please. After that, you can always throw it away and you can go back to your own pattern, whatever you like. But I want you just to pay attention to everything that I'm going to tell you right now, because I really believe that if you strike like this, you are going to increase a lot of power in your left arm and in your left leg. That is, if you're standing in a normal stance. If you're standing in a southpaw stance, then you're going to increase a lot in your right hand and in your right leg. My fighting stance, that's what we are going to start with. As you can see, we got the two lines, and I'm going to stand shoulder wide. My hips are in one line, and so are my shoulders, are in one line. If I would stand like a normal boxer, I would stand in one line. And now, I have no power with my left punch. Later on, I explain the same thing to you with the kicks. But right now, let's stay with just strike, just boxing, okay? You see, now I have no power with the left. I have a jab, but it's only a setup for something else maybe. Where's my left hook? I don't have a left hook here. I have, but I have to set it up with the right straight and then a left hook. Because if I'm going to left hook like this, for sure, if you're going to fight a good guy, he's going to knock you out before you load up, bang, you are going down. So that's why I am standing shoulder wide and not in one line. The reason, here we go. I can now rotate my upper body and I can rotate my hips because those are both in one line. And again, like I said, when I stand like this, there is no power. Now I can actually rotate my upper body for power. And check this out, if Amir comes in. All the power from my punches are coming from my back leg. And I'm talking now about the straight punches, not about the hooks. The straight punches, the left straight and the right straight, are coming from my back leg. Because if Amir is going to stand strong, because I'm going to try to push you away. And don't let me push you away. Watch, if I stand on one leg, I cannot push him away. There's no way. Where does the power come from? Watch, if I put this foot down, then I can push him away. It's with the left. It's the same with the right. If he stands here, there is no power. I cannot push him. I have nothing behind me. I need something behind me, a stick behind the door, what they call. Put it here, and now you can rotate the upper body, and you can push him away. Of course, we're not going to push, but we're going to punch. So we're not going to do this and lay there. No, we're going to go punch, and we're going to come back. But make sure that the balls of your feet are behind the heel. Here, this should be in one line, and this foot exactly straight in the same line as your other foot. Hands here, and this is where we're going to start. Straight punches first. Now, somebody somewhere said one time, you got to twist your punch at the end. I tell you right now, you don't need to do that, because if you start doing that, hey, what are you doing? You're bringing your elbow up, you're already telegraphing. If I see somebody doing this, I'm already out of his reach. Okay, so keep your elbows low. Another nice thing that comes with it, and I need my partner for this, watch this. If he would stay, I'm going to exaggerate right now, okay? If he would stay in this distance, this, and keep your hands right there. And I would punch like many people punch left, right, straights like this. They punch with their elbows up. Look how many people do it. You're going to be surprised. If I do that, I'm already not going to hit him. I'm not going to hit him. No, I will, because this is a back fist. I don't know if you see it. This is not a punch. It's more of a back fist. If I keep my elbow low, see, now I'm going to slip through it. I'm going to go straight through the defense. There I go. So I don't need to bring my elbows up. I'm going to keep my elbows low. I'm standing square, I give straight, boom, punch there, move the upper body, boom, stand with the right. I don't need to twist. Of course we have an overhand right, but that's a total different punch. Okay, that's faking somebody out a few times, and then suddenly you come in with an overhand. But it's not the straight what I mean right now. Just go straight forward, and to the body straight forward, and straight forward. Forget about the twisting. Another very important thing, and that is to punch a straight punch, is to keep your fist straight, okay? And to hit with this knuckle. People say in the karate world, this is where I come from, the Kyokushin karate world, and that's bare knuckle fighting. I don't know if you know, but that is tough. Forget about Thai boxing. No, hit with bare knuckles, hit elbows and hit the hips for people. That hurts, trust me. So you have to hit the right way. If you don't, you're going to break your hand. Now watch this. This knuckle, this bone, is straight on this bone. If something's straight, it can break. If you have a match, I always say, and the match is a little bent, you can snap it like this. It's broke. But if it's perfectly straight and you try to break it, it doesn't work. So it's exactly the same with the knuckles. That's why you see with Mike Tyson, when he was in a street fight 2 or 3 times, every time he was in a street fight, he broke his hand. The reason for that was he got so good, they tape him up so good before every training that he doesn't need to have a correct punch because he's so taped up well, he doesn't need to. But then once in a street fight, if he hits wrong, and if it's this knuckle, he's going to break his hand because this one is, look, it goes like to the side from here, and here's the bone. No, we need something that is straight on this bone, and now it won't break. So the karate world would say 25% on this knuckle and 75% on this. I would say 95% of this knuckle. I really would hit with this knuckle. Let's continue. One thing first, your hands are always here. Don't keep your hands low, don't keep your hands high. You never ever want to have a panic reaction. With that I mean this. If you stand like this and somebody's going to hit you there, suddenly you're going to do this. And that's a panic reaction. What is the next target? It's going to be your head. It's going to go up again. Hey, next target is going to be the body again. Keep them in the center. Just keep them here and a little bit out. Don't stand like this. I'm telling you, if you stand like this against your jaw and I give you a right straight on your hand, you're going to be knocked out anyway. It's going to go straight through your hand and you go down. Do you really think that if you take a little pillow and you paste that up against your jaw, that somebody cannot knock you out? It doesn't work that way. You have to block that punch, slip it to the side, get out of the way. Never do this, because now you're still going to be knocked out. Sometimes you see people standing like this with a hook. I don't like it. I'm going to go into that too. But this is going to go straight through. Still, you can be knocked out. Okay, so keep it a little bit to the front. Now, this is the position. We're not going to lose this position. Let's go to the hooks. A hook is a punch that I make in a hook. So it's not this, or it's not something, no, it's a hook. Normally, I demonstrate it like this. If I have him here, and he sticks his arm out like this, far out, and keep your head away, because I don't want to hit you in the head, in the face. It's just a drill, but this drill will give you a real good hook. I'm standing, and we'll go up, behind, up, behind, up, behind, left, behind, left, behind. That's a good drill. You're hitting in a hook, and you come back. Hitting in a hook, and come back. That's the way to give a hook. All right? Thank you. Now, more things about a hook. Now, you're going to feel it again. Don't pivot on a hook. Whoa, now everybody's going to be against me. Because everybody was teaching the whole world for a couple of 100 years that you have to pivot on a hook. And now I suddenly say, don't pivot. Trust me, if you plant your feet on the ground and you use only upper body strength, throwing, that will knock the opponent out. You don't need to pivot. Second of all, if you pivot and you miss, you're totally exposed here. In mixed martial arts, that could be a takedown. And especially me, I like double hooks, like hook to the head, hook to the body, things like that. If I would miss this one, I have to come all the way back and then go for that one. Go to a bag, stand in front of it, plant your feet down, strong down, and use only upper body motion. And you will feel that there will be more power in the hook than when you give it a twist. More about hooks. There's a lot of things we can say about hooks, all right? Okay, now you saw when I make a left hook, my right foot is actually pivoting a little bit. Pivoting, I talk about the front foot. I don't want you to pivot on the front foot, okay? Because this maybe now it goes like this, my back foot. But if I give a right hook back, it's straight there again. I'm in a perfect balance for double up on hooks, uppercuts, everything. I can do everything from this position. Another thing, if I make a hook, I want to keep my elbow here, or I want to keep my elbow behind the fist. I will never give a hook like this with the elbow higher, because all the power goes away here. There's no body weight behind it. Now there's body weight behind it. A lot of Russian boxers, they give a hook like this. It's exactly the same. They won't do it like this. They give it like this. If you would like to hold your hand like this, good. If you better feel it like this, like I feel, I like to give a hook like that, that is good too. So the hand positioning, it doesn't matter. As long as your elbow doesn't go higher than your shoulder. I keep it extra a little bit lower. Maybe, I don't know why, it's maybe because I want to protect my body for some reason, but I don't know why. I like to hook like this, give the hooks there. Okay, but keep your hands up. The way you give a hook is to bring your body a little bit backwards. But hey, we're already standing in one line, so now I don't have to bring my body backwards. So I'm going to bring my fist out and I'm going to make a hook. Now I've been in seminars and people say, yeah, hey boss, but if you bring your fist out and then you give a hook, I can jab you. Understand? Let's give that a try, see if it works. And there's not anybody, a soul in the world who ever managed to do that. Because I'm not going to do this to you. No, I will stand in front of you, totally relaxed, and go, fine, let's go. And I say, hey, where was the punch? He says, yeah, but you did it so fast. That's what fighting is all about. It's about unexpected things. I'm moving around. I don't have to stand still. If I'm going to fight like this. No, I move around. I move a little bit around, but I keep my square stance. And I go, wow, somebody does a hook. Wow, somebody does a right hook. You see, you play with it. You constantly move to distract your opponent. Before I forget, I told you with the left and right straights that the power comes from the back leg. You go forward, okay? I always explain it to people. Maybe they understand it better. I say, why wouldn't you stand like this? A lot of fighters stand like this. I said, because you fight, all the explosive power comes from your calves. It comes from your calves. You go forward with your calves, and you go backwards with your calves. If I stand on my heels, I have to go forward. It's going to come from my upper leg, and here from my upper leg. It's not going to work. For explosive movement, forward and backwards, you have to stand on the balls of your feet. Now, so if you straight punch, comes from the back leg, you push forward. Why don't you ever see somebody, when he runs the 100 meters, start like this, his foot like this? Well, let me see. Go, and I'll go now. They don't start like that. They start like this, because they use their whole legs, the calf muscles. Now they go forward. That is forward power. That's what I want to show you. Now, with the hooks, it's different. You're going to stand 50-50, because you nail your feet to the ground. I'll explain you why. Come here. Look. If I would stand in one line, it's going to be very difficult. Stand strong again. Put your 2 feet next to each other. 2 legs next to each other. To push you away like this, it's going to be very difficult. See what I'm doing? I'm pushing myself backwards. And it's the same here. If I would stand in one line, I push myself to the side. So I need to nail my feet to the ground, and now I twist my upper body, and I go to the side. That's where the power comes from. Same thing here. Upper body twist, and I twist them to the side. But you see, the power comes from the feet. They're nailed to the ground with the hooks, with the hooks. That's where the power comes from. Let's go to my favorite move, the liver shot, the body shot actually, because if you can do it with left, you can also do it with the right. Okay, the liver shot, you're going down and you're gonna hit upward motion. A lot of people just hook the body, but you want to hook a little bit upwards, like diagonal upwards to his shoulder. You want to aim for his shoulder. If his shoulders are here to his shoulders, you want to aim for that shoulder. And you want to dig it in, because if you pull a body shot, you will understand that if somebody does this, you're already going to miss it. No, so you want to dig it in like this and dig it in like that. Of course you have to set it up again, because otherwise people see it coming. But setups is the most beautiful thing. You just move again like I said before. Just move, they don't know, that's left hook to the head. Okay, and you wait, boom, suddenly your left hook to the body. That's the liver shot. Hey, let's combine this. This is cool, because maybe I'm going to boom, and the third one, I'm going to go to the body. You see, with the hooks, sometimes you pivot your back foot, but my front foot normally always is nailed to the ground. Nailed to the ground. Right hook up, it will come back. Right hook to the head, right hook to the body. Everything is about setups. So don't go to your opponent and do like this. Boom, but because he's going to knock you out, okay? Everything is about the setup. The same as with submissions. Okay, where is the liver located? It's located, here are his ribs. It's a little bit located under his ribs and the pec here, the muscles. So you have to hit both. So that's why you gotta go a little bit upwards. Inside, that's the way you push it. Inside for the left, and there, that's the melt, you go for the right. So don't make a hook like this. Look, if I hook it like this and it just goes backwards with his body, no, keep your hands up. And now I just move 1 inch back with at the moment you see me move, I'm gonna miss him already. That's the only thing anybody has to do. No, I have to dig it in, okay? And he's not gonna wait there. Maybe I'm gonna give him 2 left hooks to the head. I keep looking him in the eye. You will think the third one is gonna be a head shot too. Boom, and there's the liver shot coming. Setups, it's all about setups. I will talk about setups a little bit later on. But this was just to show you where the liver and the milt are located, right? Thanks. And even El Wapo got educated again. In Holland, they call this the liver, the lever. In Holland, the other side is the milt. So I call it here the milt, but I'm just being informed that it's called, in America, in the English language, it's called the spleen. So I promise you from now on, I will call it the spleen. So all the punches that I said were going to the milt, I meant the spleen. It's the language barrier. What can I do? Uppercuts. Again, I'm standing shoulder wide. My shoulders are wide, my hips are shoulder wide. So you can't see it coming. If I'm standing here, I gotta bring it down, I gotta do this, and especially right uppercut, you gotta see coming. If I'm standing on the 2 lines, you won't know what's gonna come. I'm standing relaxed from here, that's the left uppercut, boom, that's the right uppercut. Left you push off on your right leg, and your right you push off on your right leg, okay? Left uppercut, right uppercut. An uppercut is an uppercut. It's not half, it's not a hook, it's not, no. It's for somebody. If you give somebody 2 hooks to the head, his defense will probably be here, and then you really need to go underneath that jaw. Uppercut there, uppercut there. Do not do this. Look stupid, like I always say, and you're telegraphing very much, okay? Like this. 1, 2. Don't do that. Just bring your body weight a little low. You walk in, see, I'm already setting up by bending my legs. Coming in again, left uppercut. Oh, right uppercut. That's it. Right uppercut, left hook. You see, that's where the combinations start. The overhand right. Now, this is a perfect thing to do if you set somebody up with constantly with left rights, right lefts, left hooks, and then instead of a right straight, suddenly you're going to throw an overhand right. If he's going to block the right straight the wrong way, like he's blocking it inside, and now the overhand right comes, well, you see what's going to happen. You're going to hit him full on. Igor Vovchanchin is a master of the overhand right, and actually, he also throws it, after he throws it right, he also throws it overhand left. He really exaggerates like that. Also, Fyodor Emelianenko does it. He uses a lot of overhands left and a lot of overhands right. But then you have to load it up if you want to use a left one too, okay? I wouldn't suggest to start with an overhand left. I would always set it up with a different punch. The back fist, well, it says it. You have to hit it with the back of your fist. And it's allowed in mixed martial arts and in Thai boxing, not in boxing though. But this is it. You're going to switch as hard as you can. Watch what I'm doing. I'm doing this, I'm planning, and my body is still here because now I want to release my upper body and release this right foot here and explode into it like this. That, the right back fist. Fight! after I miss a kick or something. I miss a kick and somebody comes in and I do it right away, I make a back fist. Just to make sure that when he shoots in after my kick, that I'm still gonna hit him. A really nice combination I like with this, and nobody does this, it's really fun. You give somebody a left hook and then another left hook. That left hook he's probably gonna react on, but you pull it back, you let it miss. And while he's still blocking it, you go with the back fist to the liver. Very effective and creative, of course, because it comes from elbow. Kicks, very important. Kicks and knee strikes, actually. Again, we're standing shoulder wide. If I'm going to kick with the right leg, I want your foot, I want you to step out on this line and then go for a right high kick. I'm going to try to explain to you why that is. Now, keep this point here, my fist right here. Keep this in mind. Now, if I stand on this line, and that point is here, and I kick, that is the end of my kick. Here's no more power. This is the end of the line. The real power is here. So how do I transfer that power into that head? It's real simple. I simply step to the left if I kick. So why do you see people kicking the back and you stay standing? Here's the back in the center, and they kick exactly on the same line. There is no power in the kick. You have to go through the kick, through the person, through the defense, through the muscle, through everything. A wood chopper, I always explain it like that. Do you really think he takes an axe and he goes like this? No, he's going to try to dig it in as hard as he can. He digs everything in. And that's what we're going to try to do with kicks too. Now, if you make a low kick, a roundhouse kick to the body, or a roundhouse kick to the head, it's all the same. You step it in like this, and then you let your hip explode. And now I know, again, everybody's going to say, hey, but all the teachers, they say, you have to pivot on the ball of your foot. Don't do it. Try it this way and see what's the hardest. I'm telling you, this way is harder because you're going to develop way more power. What I'm doing is this. I'm stepping to the side, and I feel a stretch right here now. At the moment I feel that stretch, I'm going to release the kick. And that's going to be a lot of power. I will show you later on a pad how much power you can generate. The trick is to make it fluent. Okay? Don't do this, 1, and then 2, because then, yes, you are right, the kick has no power. You do it in 2 phases. It has to be 1 phase. I always tell the people at a seminar to do this, to start like that, and do it 3 times, do this. And they will feel a hard stretch here in the groin muscle. And that's what the moment that you want to release the kick, and that's where the real power comes from. Let's see how this round kick works when I step into the side. Remember, he's standing and he's defending the block all the way here, okay? I cannot stand in the same line because now there will be no power in my kick. There's no power. The real power is here, like I said before. So my foot needs to be here. Now if I hit it, then there's going to be real power, okay? So let's see how that looks. We're standing, we're stepping into the side and we kick. 1, and we kick to the right. Stand still, step to the side, kick to the right, okay? Step in and explode. 1, kick to the right. Left kick, exactly the same, okay? If I kick and I stand, look, his feet are standing on this line. If I would kick now, there will be no real kick power in the kick, okay? So my foot needs to be here. I'm standing, I step in to the side like this, exposing my hip, and now I'm going to release my hip. So I step and I go, okay, sorry. 1 step, to the left. 1 more, just for the hell of it. 1 to the left. I'm going to show you a little clip of a pancreas fight. And some people, they always say to me, but you cannot develop any power if you stand like this. Now, I was in this fight. This guy, I'm standing in my stance, and he gives me a right straight, and I go backwards. And right away, I know he's going to do it again. And you see me doing this. I'm standing like this, and I put my left leg, my face forward. So I was hoping for him to give me another right straight. And what do you know? If you give a right straight, the liver is exposed. But I'm standing like this. Do you really think you can get any power out of this? Yes, you can. As long as you use your hip motion and your whole body weight. So you're standing close by, the foot's got to be here, not in one line, remember, very important, and I'm just going to get to the side. See? I don't do anything. The only thing I do is explode with my hips. 1, 2. That's what I'm doing. Okay, let's show you now where to kick and how to kick. Because apparently there's a big misunderstanding about low kicks too. Again, I'm going to go against everybody else, you think, but after I explain to you why, I think it will make perfectly sense, okay? Perfect sense. The least amount of muscles which are going to catch a kick, that is going to hurt. I mean, like this. If I put him here, if I'm going to chop him, this is a judo, let's make a judo chop, okay? If I'm going to do this on his leg, this, or I'm going to go upwards, or I'm going to go this. Now I don't do it hard. And you know why I don't do this hard, because this is going to hurt him. Because it's a small amount of muscles catching the kick. So needless to say, that if I kick somebody and his leg is straight in front of me, I don't kick like people say from down. No, I make sure that the impact is perpendicular, like this. Wow, that will hurt. Now, if he bends his leg all the way out like this, now I do have to kick like this. Again, to get the least amount of muscles. Because the muscles, you're going to go straight through the muscles, those are going to hit the bone, and that is what the guy is going to hurt. That's what he's going to feel, and that's why he's going to go down, okay? So don't go up and down, no, perpendicular impact. It's the same with body shot. I don't hit him like this. Why would I? Why won't I go straight forward? I explain it always like this. If an elephant walks into this place right now, an elephant, I'm telling you, there will nothing happen to this floor. But now we got this 100-pound woman coming in, and she's wearing heels, high heels with the thin heels. She's gonna puncture the whole mat. She's gonna go straight through everything. Hey, and there's the answer. You know, small amounts, straight in. Low kick, straight there. To the body, a lot of people like to kick upwards. Me personally, having a lot of Thai boxing fights and Kyokushin fights, I don't like it. I like to hit all the way from the side. So even if he's going to block it, I'm going to kick on his defense, but at least it's going to be on the shin. Because if I'm going to make a little mistake, and I'm going to kick upwards and he's going to block, and I kick with my foot, or that was my ankle, or even my foot now, I have the chance of breaking my foot. That's why I like always to hit also from the side with roundhouse kicks. From here, I kick to the side. Now, a kick to the face, of course, it would be perfect if you are like Mirko Cro Cop. With him, by the positioning of his hips, he's, by the way, also steps in like this. He doesn't pivot, so take a look at that. He kicks to the head, and his hips are so loose that you can't tell if it's going to be a high kick or it's going to be a kick to the body. So it would be great if you're very flexible for that, and you pivot in and you kick him to the head. But the truth of the matter is that a lot of people are not Mirko Cro Cop. So this time you have to kick a little bit upwards, and that is probably going to be with maybe a shin, hopefully, but I think it's going to be a foot. Okay? So kicks to the body, I would aim with the shin. Kicks to the legs, I would aim with the shin. And to the head, I would try to hit him in the head with the shin. If he's a midget, for sure. But if it's him, I gotta aim and I gotta see what I can do. If I can hit him with the shin, that would be perfect. But a foot would be perfect too. The lines are gone. We're going to do some front kicks. Front kicks, exactly the same thing. Some people make them and they keep their foot like this. Look at this. They can't reach. You need to free up your hip. So again, if you step to the side, you really have a much longer reach than when you just keep your foot like this. If I get Amir again, and watch this. Put your hands all the way up so they can see. It's just an aiming thing what I'm going to do. Let me see first, with my foot in, I'm going to see where I can hit him here. This is where I can hit him. Okay, stand exactly in that position. Now, I'm going to turn my foot Look where I kick now. There's no reach. So why would I do it? I have to switch this heel in to go forward with the kick. A front kick, you kick not upwards, no. It's called a front kick. So what you're doing is this, you step to the side, one, you lift it up and you go straight forward. That's why you kick. Right front kick and a left front kick. So again, switch your heel, free up your hips, and then go full power in. What I forgot to tell you is that you can give a front kick a few different ways. What I just did to Amir was with the ball of my foot, because I was pretty sure that I was going to hit him there, because I asked him to stand like this, okay? But I broke my toes many times with getting a wrong front kick. Actually, the front kick was perfect, but they blocked it inside with their elbow, and I hit an elbow, and I broke my toe. I think I broke like 4 times my right side and 3 times my left side. So then I said, you know what, forget about it. I'm not going to kick anymore with the ball of my feet. Now I'm really going to need the movement of this hip to get the reach, because now I'm going to kick with my heel. If I kick him with my heel, then I will never get injured, all right? So I'm standing here, I go like that, just kick him back with the heel. Okay, it's a little less reach, of course, but because you pivot in and at the right timing, it's still very explosive. There is one more front kick that I want to show you, and now you are not going to move your hips. This is a front kick to set somebody up for something else. Like imagine that he's with his back to a cage or to a wall or to a ring. This is a perfect way to set somebody up for a right straight or left hook right straight, to bring his hands down. You're front kicking real fast. It doesn't show at all. Look, if I'm standing in front of you, this is what I'm going to do. That's it. You don't see any movement. And there is not a lot of power. Still, there is power enough to let him react on the front kick. Hey, his hands go down. That's where you right away going to go with the right straight. That's what you're going to do. That's where it's designed for. So you don't move your hips at all. You don't telegraph at all. You simply stand like this. You go. You see, still there's power. But if he's against the wall and you do this, his hands will go down and you can hit him with the right straight. Let's show all these kicks now on him. Okay, right low kick, step to the side, right low kick. There, left low kick. Hey, I cannot step in the same line as his foot because then it's not as powerful. No, we got to step out to the side, and a left low kick. A right kick to the body, right. A left kick to the body, right, a left kick. A right kick to the head, right kick, and a left kick to the head, left kick. Okay? Back in fighting stance. Never forget to keep your hands up. And there we have it. Let's do this from a different angle. Alright? Step to the side, right low kick. Step to the side, left low kick. Step to the side, right kick to the body. Step to the side, left kick to the body. And now we're going to get the head. One, left, right, I'm sorry. Now the left, one to the head. The back kick. This is a kick that could be very effective. We saw Sakuraba kicking Vito Belfort down with it. He stepped to the side, he looked, and now he rammed his heel into the liver, right? Bang, to that side. You have to do this in one move. You have to step to the side, all the way out that line, and now you're going to twist, and right away you have to look over your shoulder in order to catch the target, okay? So it's going to be like this. You step it, look, boom, and then you make the kick. The spinning back kick, again, it's a kick I wouldn't use in mixed martial arts. But if you give your opponent a punch and you see him wiggling, it's a really cool way to finish a fight, of course, you know. Maybe then you can do it. But normally I wouldn't turn my back in a fight. Like I said, if I would make a spinning back kick, I would, after that, if I miss, even if I would miss, I would make a hook or a back fist. Anything. It's just a dangerous thing to do. If you can do it very well, go for it, okay? The thing is this. If you stand, I got to put, again, my foot here. And now I'm going to jerk myself. You see? This is what I'm going to do. And at the last moment, when I feel all the tension on my body, I'm going to release this kick, and it's going to go to his head. Okay? So it's going to look like this. Standing, turning, and kicking to the back. You want to aim with the heel. Very important. If the heel hits the head, it's over. A switch kick. This is important. Imagine your opponent stands here against the wall and he can't move. And you're standing with your left leg forward. You can already tell that this is not going to do the trick. Okay, so you got to switch kick. You got to switch up, and now you got to explode with the kick. Okay, and see what I'm doing. I'm putting my foot out again. Like I said, with the roundhouse kicks, I put it out again. I feel a stretch here, a very tight stretch. That's the moment I got to let the leg go, just release the power. Okay, it looks like this. We're standing, and I'm going to stand still, switch. That's it. Let's go over some knee strikes. Knee strikes you can give everywhere. I have a nice little story for what hit it to somebody with a knee. Comes later, okay? A knee first to the body, I would never go on the ball of my feet. And again, you will say, but hey, all these people in town telling you to go on the ball of your feet. What did I say about striking power? The longer a strike travels, the more power it has. Every punch, the longer it travels, more power. Every kick, the longer it travels, the more power. Same with the knee. Look, if I do this, I have this amount. If I drop my heel now, look, that is this more traveling speed. That is a lot on this little distance. So if you need somebody to the body, again, free up your hip, step to the side, grab him, and knee to the body. Also, and I'm telling people this 1,000 times, it's called a knee. It's not called an upper leg. You see people doing this. What is that? It's nothing. You're going to hurt yourself. What are those knees? Where did they come from? This. You know, they do it in Thailand. I don't know if you ever hit an elbow on this side or a hip, like Amir has high hips, and hit him here on his hip. Listen, I'm going to be hurt more than he's going to be hurt, okay? If you need somebody to the body from the side, you want to make sure that your foot is behind the point where you're going to aim. So now I'm going to aim right here at the liver. The spleen this time. Wham! There. See? When I want to go to the face, now I'm going to stand on the ball of my feet because I have to reach. Knee to the face. When I go to the side and now I need his arms, I'm going to have to open up my hips, and again, my foot has to be behind my knee for the impact. Same as with a hook. This will hurt. This is not going to hurt. This is not going to hurt. There is nothing behind it. No power. So this is not going to hurt. Now put your foot here. I'm going to ram it in. Bang. That is going to hurt. Okay? Same with the legs. Knee to the legs. Even front knee to the leg. Front knee to the chest. High on the chest. Knee to the side of the leg. To the back of the leg. To the inside of the leg. You can knee pretty much anywhere you want. Now the story that I wanted to tell you about Amir. He was fighting a 400-pound guy. Himself, he was 195 or something at the time, so the guy was double his size. He says, boss, what am I going to do? I said, just go underneath his armpit, get his back, go here, hold him tight. And this was being complicated because the guy was so huge, he could not lock his fingers. But the guy was wearing a t-shirt, so he was grabbing the t-shirt, and I said, and now I want you to all the way go back and start kneeing the back of his leg. And he was doing that, and he was holding his head here. So the guy tried to elbow him and everything. He couldn't do anything, and he was going bang, bang. And this is what happened. Let's take a look at this little clip.
Amir needs, oh, nice punch by Amir. Amir, I think Amir needs to push off and throw the punches against this guy. Don't clinch with him.
Amir's turning this fight around.
He does not want to be in tight with this guy. I think he needs to step back and get his distance and punch and kick this guy.
Exactly. He needs to stay back. Marco Huas versus Paul Varlin style. There he goes. Big knees.
Oh, and he kneed him down. He hurt him so bad.
The Bear's hurt. The Bear's hurt. It's over.
Neck wrestling is very important, especially in Thai boxing, okay? Also in mixed martial arts. Wanderlei Silva is very good at it. What he does right is this. He knees only to the head. Listen, if you are fighting a mixed martial arts fight and you need somebody to the plexus, to his body, and he's a good wrestler, he might take that shot, grab it, and take you down. One thing for sure, if he needs somebody to the head, he won't grab it. He has to defend it first, and then he's going to be too late to grab it. And that's probably why Vanderlei grabs the head and starts raining those powerful knees that he has to the chin of his opponent, okay? So neck wrestling is important. So we're standing like this. It's all about leverage again. I want to stress his neck. I cannot do it like this. There's nothing going to happen now. No, my elbow needs to be high on top, and I have to grab the top of his head. Now I can pull him forward, but he can do the same thing with me, okay? So now we start wrestling, 1 in, 2, and this is a good way to train your neck muscles. Constantly pulling like that. Now, in Thai boxing, when I did Thai boxing, I made up this thing, how to keep my neck relaxed and let him pull all the power that he had. So he grabbed my neck, and he was pulling it. This is what I did. Watch. I put my hand over his arms, on his biceps, and I'm going to put my forehead on my arm. And then he can pull whatever he wants to pull, but there's no stress on my neck whatsoever. He can pull everything he wants. There's no stress whatsoever. Now, if he's going to attack me with knees, I don't want to block like this. Give me a knee. He's going to go straight through. You remember when I said, imagine that I tape here a little pad over on the side of your face. It will go straight through. You want to make sure that he cannot develop any speed with his knees. Okay? Because the longer the knee strike travels, the more power it is. So I'm going to block it just after he takes out. So sitting here, and his knees, he can knee me as hard as he wants, but there's no power in his knees. And now I can start countering, of course. I don't have to stay here. His knees, boom, to the body. Or maybe I need uppercut, left to. I can start doing things. The thing that I want to make sure is that you block the knees before they take off. Here is no power. Here is a lot of power. And you're not going to be able to stop them. All right, here we go. We're going to defend. We're going to block and counter a jab. First, we're going to start with the jab. Now, watch what I do. It's a very strange thing to do, but it's very powerful. And from the moment on that I counter, then it's all up to you guys what you can do after. I show you one example. If he jabs me, and it would be here, the only thing I have to do if my head is here is this. You see? That's the only thing. He's already missing me. That's what? That's an inch, 2 inches to the side. That's it. Now, if I do that part with this, I do this, look. Now I'm already setting up my shoulder for a left straight, right straight, and everything that comes after it. So I'm blocking, and I right away counter with a left, right, straight. Or a left, right, straight, left hook, right, low kick, anything you want to do. Right now, first, we're going to do this. We're going to block, and then we counter with the left, right, straight. That's the first move. And of course, it's got to go faster. You got to block punch right away back. Keep the tension on your abs. It's very important. So if he goes, that's what you're going to do. Block, punch, punch. And again, that's what you're going to do. Okay? If he gives me a right, and let's change position for that. This is very logic, because this is what everybody can do. This left was strange, you see, but right, now I simply go to the right. And boom, the right straight will be there. I can follow it up with the left hook, right kick, but that's up to you. I give you the opening shot right now. You decide later on what you're going to use. One more time, just twist your upper body like this. With the left straight, it was block, punch, back. With the right, punch, with the left, punch. That's it, okay? With the right, punch. That's it, again, punch. That's it, that's the counter. Of course, we have more counters that we can use for the jab, all right? And first, before I'm going to show you this, I'm going to go over something that I always have in a seminar. He's giving me a left jab, boom, I'm blocking, and they're hitting their arm. They say, boss, I can't counter back. I can't counter him because I hit his arm. I say, yeah, but you're staging the whole sequence right now. Do you think he's going to jab like this? No, he's not going to jab like that. He's going to jab, he's going to pull it back. That's what you're going to do. And if he does that, you're going to go, you see, then you do the counter. Okay? So don't come with that story, oh, I hit his shoulder. No. Because if that is the fact, you're fighting a really bad opponent. Okay? Nobody does this. He keeps it there. Man, you can grab, you can do anything, you do what you want. But let's go further. Few more ways. The most simple way, just go back. Go back, bang, counter with the right straight. And again, you will see, even if he keeps his hand, see, he's not going to keep his hand there. You're not going to walk on this straight. He's jabbing. He's jabbing, boom. You come back with the right straight. Okay? Another one, but this is a setup move. It's not a knockout move. It's a setup. You will block with the same hand and punch straight through, and this could be a knockout with a low kick or with a knee. But it's a nice distraction move. You block, and stretch right away. It's one move, boom, see? And again, that's what you do. But then I do this. Left, right, after. Okay, block, punch, and come afterwards. Now, of course, we have been catching punches for our opponents too. If he gives me a left straight, I can simply do this too. Simply put my hand here. That's it. Left straight, boom, that's it. Push. That's it. That's it. And then I counter suddenly with the right straight. If he gives me a right, I can go back. Same. Boom, counter. There's not only this one, the block we did at the beginning. No, there's also going back and counter. There's also the block. Boom, and give a left hook. All these things you can use. You have to play around with it, okay? It's not one thing. If you are non-stop doing only this block and you counter, a good boxer will find out in 2-3 times that you're doing that, and then he's going to counter